I basically launched my firm a year ago, and in the first few months I felt super overwhelmed. Not having a fallback of like a cushy six-figure job or six-figure income, I started to basically just become a little bit anxious, even though I'm not really an anxiety-prone person. And it came from having to do every little aspect of the business, and from answering phones to the numbers and just client retention, the actual legal work, everything in between. And at some point I just realized like I need help because I don't know as much about starting a business as I thought I did. There was just kind of this boiling point or this tipping point where I thought I need help. And other than going to work for another law firm, I thought, why not give this 4-week boot camp a try and see if their content and style matches with the marketing drip campaign that kind of came to me and enticed me in the first place. And lo and behold, it far exceeded what I was expecting. So after that 4-week process, I was like, well, I need more of this type of instruction, this type of situation. And then so I joined Small Law Firm University. I'm about 15 months into an 18-month program. What I didn't want to do was not invest and then be looking back 2 years from now being like, damn, I should have probably tried it. My thing is, I wanted to see whether or not it was a good fit. And if it was, great. And if it wasn't, great. Because then I don't have to think about it anymore. I've now, the decision has made itself. To be a part of Small Law Firm University is, first of all, for me, a support system where I know that once a week we have a group call with other similarly situated attorneys throughout the US. So there's a great support system in place. Anytime I've reached out to fellow Small Law Firm University members, they're happy to chat. Some people reach out to me, I'm happy to chat with them. We share best practices and stuff like that. The weekly assigned modules and homework are extremely helpful if you do them. That kind of comes with some accountability, which I personally, my personality type, I need accountability. And so the weekly group call combined with the homework really helps with that. Being a part of Small Law Firm University has changed my business and personal life in many ways, but on the business side of things, despite having a business degree and a finance degree and a law degree, I never really thought about the 7 parts of the business. And so having Small Law Firm University helped me break down the various parts of the business and what each of those parts of the business do and who can be operating each of those parts of the business was really helpful for me to just put everything out there and then analyze where I'm at. The second great thing is a ton of resources from sample procedures and policies to videos about knowing my budget and numbers. I find it super helpful to have those things at my fingertips if I have a question. I have committed time that I'm using to work on the business. I don't think I would have ever done that because I was always of the mindset that like, oh yeah, just like work on, do client work. That's how you grow your business. I'm realizing that taking a step back to make the business plan, tweak the marketing plan, look at my numbers is a super important part. And having a support system behind me just mentally takes a ton of stress off the thing, or off of me as a person. I'm a guy who's always been interested in psychology, and going through the HTM program where I'm at right now, I've realized that I'm still taking like ingrained habits from my personal life into my business life, and that's stifling the growth of my business. And so the mindset of being able to take a step back and say, this is what I want to change, and this is how I'm going to change them, and then actually tracking what I do, progress check-ins for myself, that is going to be the biggest hindrance lifted off, or burden lifted off the shoulder, when I can do that, make a habit of doing that. That, I think, is healthy personal mindset that transfers from personal to business and business to personal. Healthy mental habits. Setting a goal, track your progress. I mean, it's not rocket science, but it's very difficult to think about on a daily basis without some help.